Hi everyone, thank you for joining us today. We have a very exciting knowledge pack session for all of you all. This will be very beneficial to all our users, both old and new. So today we're going to be discussing about all the cool updates that we have for you from LeadSquared. My name is Karthika and I will be your host. I'm from the marketing team of LeadSquared. So yes, let me quickly just introduce our speakers for the day. We have Veer and Shri here. Veer is the manager of product documentation here at LeadSquared. He has been working with us for almost 5 years now and is currently heading the technical documentation team. We also have Sri Sudhan. Sri is our senior technical writer. He has been working with the technical documentation team for about 2 years now. Now, before we get to the main agenda points and the webinar, let me just quickly give a few pointers to our audience. Yes, so the webinar will be recorded. So we will send the recording to all of you all within maybe like 1 to 2 days of the webinar. So wait for that. Don't worry if you miss a few points in this live session. And other than that, yes, about technical difficulties. So when you join the webinar, all the audience is going to be muted and you won't be able to access your video or audio. But if you can't hear us, then please do check your settings. So the audio settings, you can find them on the left side of your screen. There's a help button. So if you just press on it, there'll be a couple of tips that you can follow to make sure that you are good to go. And if you still have a couple of issues, then please do put it up in the chat box. We'll try to clear them as soon as possible. Yes, other than that, some very exciting news for all of the audience here. We do have a couple of gift vouchers, Amazon gift vouchers, and you will be able to access them by only putting up questions. So do put up your questions in the questions tab, not on the chat box, and we will select the best questions, and a few of you all, the lucky winners, will get access to our Amazon gift vouchers. So with that, I think we can start the main session. Please, Veer, take it forward.
Thank you, Karthika. Hello and welcome to the LeadSquared Product Updates webinar series. As Karthika already introduced me, my name is Veer and I head the product documentation team here at LeadSquared. I've been working here at LeadSquared for about 5 years now, and I feel extremely grateful to be part of such an amazing growth story and product journey. Also, I'm really excited to be here because as tech writers, me and Shri usually work kind of behind the scenes, and we don't really have that human connect with our customers. I mean, sure, we can understand what our customers requires through a wall of analytics, but this is also our attempt to build that sort of connection and understand what our customers want so that we can serve you the best in our capacity as technical writers. Okay, so to kick off the session, this is the first in a series of product update webinars that we'll be bringing you. The goal of this series is really to bridge the gap between what we build and what our engineering team and our product teams are building, and between what our customers are adopting. After this webinar, as Karthika had mentioned, we'll be sharing the presentation deck with you so you can seamlessly implement all the features that interest you. You can also check out our product updates on help.leadsquared.com. So we have a product updates section there where all the latest product updates go up. And we also have this really cool new notification tool within the LeadSquared application itself, where you can also see all of the product updates. Okay, so since this is an ongoing and interactive webinar series, we are completely open to your feedback, whether it's about these webinars themselves or about any feature guide or article in specific. I mean, please feel free to share your feedback with us. The agenda for this webinar is to run you through some really cool, high value and high impact features. Not all of these features are part of our latest product release, but we've actually gone back a couple of months and we've looked at features that will really give you those positive results. And we're going to be starting off with the lead management feature. We're going to be moving on to smart views. Then my colleague Sri will come in. He'll talk to you about security. He'll talk to you about automation. And then I'll be back to talk to you about Converse and a little bit about the road ahead and what you can expect from LeadSquared in the upcoming months. In order to sort of give you a bit of a cognitive break and break the monotony of this presentation, we'll also be having a couple of polls, and I'll constantly introduce Karthika back so she can run these polls for you. And if I'm going too fast, then feel free to mention it in the chat if you think I need to slow down. And okay, so lead management. So the first feature that we have for you is the ability to customize the lead details page. So the lead details page, as most of you are already aware of, is where your sales reps spend a significant amount of time on LeadSquared. It's pretty much their main work area on LeadSquared. So with this release, we've brought in the ability to customize the lead details page according to your own use cases. So you can customize it in a way, you can customize the actions, the buttons, and the menus in such a way that it optimizes your sales users' performance. And once this is done, once you've created a new lead details view, you can apply it to specific teams. So to give you an example of that, if you want to apply a specific lead details view to your calling team, then you can remove all the unnecessary actions. You can limit the actions to just calling actions and activity and phone call related activity actions. So in that way, you can use this feature to increase the efficiency of your sales reps. Okay, now how do we set this up? To give you a bit of an overview first, I'm just going to navigate to the lead details page here, and I'm going to show you the elements that are customizable. So here on the top left corner is the lead V card, where we have key lead details and metrics. And below that, we have the lead properties section. Up here, we have the quick action buttons. Over here, we have all of the actions in the list actions menu. So these are all of the actions that your sales reps can take. And then finally, we have these tabs here. So some of these tabs are available in your account by default, and some of these tabs are actually created by the admins in your account. Okay, so how do we customize the lead details view? So to do this, head over to your account settings, navigate to leads, lead details view. And this is the area where you can go ahead and create new views and assign those views to your teams. So we're going to go ahead and create a new view here and just give it some random name, sample view. Okay, and here we move over to the vCard section. So this is the vCard section that I just showed you that appears on the left corner of the lead details page. And you can edit all the lead properties that appear there, and of course the metrics that appear there. One thing to keep in mind here is that the metrics that you can add to this section have to be lead fields of type number. So only lead fields where the data type is number will be available to be added to the metrics section. Okay, click next, move on to the tab section. And this is where you can create, where you can shuffle the tabs, or you can even create new custom tabs. Now, if you're an existing LeadSquared admin who's pretty familiar with our system, then this is a really cool new feature for you because you can add a custom tab here directly. Previously, as an admin, you had to install the custom tab connector. And only once that was installed, you had to go ahead and create a custom tab, and then it would show up on the lead details page. But now you just need to click this option, add your external URL here, and that's it. And that tab is automatically displayed on the lead details page. So yeah, no need, if you're using this feature, no need for the custom tab connector. And of course, you can shuffle the tabs and make them appear in the order that you think is best. And finally, we move on to the actions section. These are the quick action buttons that I showed you at the top section of the lead details page. And these are all the list actions that are available. So again, you can think about what actions your teams are mostly going to take, and you can just have those actions appear to them so that you save them, you remove the clutter and you improve their efficiency. Okay, once that is done, the final step is actually applying this particular lead details view to a team. So for that, it's quite simple. You just say apply to team, and you are automatically directed to the team's UI. And if you use the Teams feature, you should be familiar with this interface. This is where you can apply different features like smart views, dashboards, workday templates, holiday calendars to the different teams in your account. So this option is now also available, apply lead details view. Go ahead, just select the view that you've created, click save. And that's it, and you're all done. So now when sales reps from that particular team log into your LeadSquared account, they'll see the view that you have created for them. Okay, so I'm going to invite Karthika back quickly to run a poll for you guys. And once that poll is done, I'll be back to take you through smart views.
Yes, let me just publish the first poll. So, yes, we can give maybe like 15 to 30 seconds. Everyone, please to interact with the poll. We'd love to hear from you. So once those 15 seconds are over, you can continue. So if everyone's once you guys are done with the poll, if you could just interact using the emojis or put it up on the chat box, we'll also get to know if you're done with it. All right. Okay, so we'll give it maybe 10 more seconds. All right. Thanks, everyone. I think we can go ahead. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, so moving on to smart views, we have 4 major enhancements on smart views, and all of these enhancements include better filtering options. So it doesn't matter which industry you're from, these filtering options can be used to meet your specific use case, because they're pretty much built open and they have the flexibility to be adapted to your specific use case. So in case you're new to the Smart Views feature, because I'm sure that there are a lot of new customers on this webinar as well. If you're new to Smart Views and you haven't been using Smart Views in your implementation, we really urge you to give it a shot. It is an incredibly powerful feature. It has advanced filtering capabilities. And in a nutshell, what it does is it eliminates the need for your sales rep to switch between manage leads and manage activities and manage tasks. Instead, you can create a single smart view. And within that smart view, you can list an activity tab, a lead tab, a task tab, all side by side, and just switch between those tabs. In addition to that, you also, you can see like this, the number of leads or activities in a particular tab. So at a glance, the sales rep can get an overview of how much work, how much workload he has for the day. And these tabs also auto refresh. So you can be sure that you're always looking at the latest data. Okay, so we have 4 new filter enhancements. The first of which is filter task tabs by lead attributes. So this new filtering capability allows you to display sales tasks filtered by any lead attribute. So for example, you can create a task type tab in your smart view for all tasks for leads in a particular pipeline stage. So all tasks for leads that are prospects, all tasks for leads that are interested. Another example is pending tasks for leads in a specific city. Another example could be something like overdue tasks for leads with high lead scores. So whatever your use case is, this feature has the flexibility to meet it. It's fairly straightforward to set up. So on the Smart Views page, add a new task type tab. Give it a description. And just for the sake of simplicity, we're just going with all task types, all statuses, and select condition. And with this release, previously you could only see task attributes within the condition, but with this release, you can now see lead attributes as well. So this gives you the capability to set a condition based on lead attributes for the task type tab. So we're going with a simple city is Bangalore condition. But of course, I mean, you can add multiple conditions and you can make the conditions as complex as you choose. Save your criteria. We're just going to go ahead here, apply a date filter, and here are all your tasks filtered by lead attributes. Okay, so I hope that was helpful and clear. I'm going to move on to filter by custom date fields. So so customers from every industry, regardless of your industry, there are specific dates that are important for your business. So for example, if you're in education or ed tech, then the application date or the application submitted date have key importance to your business. Document verification dates for BFSI customers, appointment booking dates for healthcare, real estate, travel customers, to name a few. So whatever custom fields you've created in your account, they're now available in Smart Views for filtering. So this filter is available like right off the bat. When you navigate to the date filter, you'll see that all the custom date fields are now automatically included in your account. So all you have to do is just go select that custom date field, set the value for it, and there you have all your tasks filtered accordingly. Okay, so that was filter by custom date. Next up, filter by dependent dropdown. If you're unfamiliar with dependent dropdown fields, the simplest example I can give you is city and country, where the value of the city field is dependent on the country that you select. So of course, this is a very simple example, but our customers are obviously using way more complex use cases. So if you're an education customer, then you probably have dependencies between campuses and programs and courses. And if you're from the BFSI industry, then you have dependencies between your services and the different policies that you offer. So now you can leverage all the dependent fields that you've created in your LeadSquared account within Smart Views. So to do this, you'll see this little manage filters link available. You have to first go and make that filter available for the Smart View. So manage custom filters. This basically lets you set up filters for that particular Smart View in addition to the default filters that are already available. So navigate down. So country is the one that we've set up here for the purposes of this demo. When you select the country, you'll notice that automatically the cities show up. So the field that has the dependency will show up automatically. And you can either go in here and select a value, or you can just leave it open and add the filter with all the available options. And there you have it. So now you can just go ahead and select the values for those filters and fish out those leads accordingly. Okay, so the final one from me before I hand it over to Karthika for another poll and then to Shri to take you through security and automation is filter by sales group. This is something that you might already be using if you have activity-based and task-type-based smart views tabs or lead-based smart views tabs. But this is actually for customers that have their implementation built with LeadSquared opportunities. And the sales group filter is now available for LeadSquared opportunity type smart view tabs as well. There is a additional setting required here. So within your account settings, you have to navigate to advanced configuration. So admins, if you're not already familiar with the advanced configuration page, there were a lot of backend settings that we'd get loads of requests to enable and disable and control. We've now made those settings available to the admin. So the admins in the account can now control these granular level settings through advanced configuration. We are also in the process of organizing this page and making it easier for you to access these settings. So for the purposes of this update, you just need to update show, you just need to enable show sales group filter for opportunity grid and smart views. That is the name of the specific setting. And then just navigate back to your smart views page. And you'll see that the sales group filter has automatically appeared. And now you can filter out all of these opportunities based on the sales group to which they belong. So for example, if you have a Bangalore sales team, you can hit that filter here, and then all the opportunities under the Bangalore sales group will be available to you. Okay, so that concludes my current bit of the presentation. I'm going to hand it back to Karthika, and then Shri will come, and I'll be back to take you through the road ahead and LeadSquared Converse.
All right. Thank you so much, Veer. All right. I'm going to quickly publish another poll. It's about our help at leadsquare.com website. So, in case you don't know about it, please do let us know. We can definitely put a link to that on the chat box, which I will do soon after this poll. So, yes, after that, Shri will take it forward. So, yes, like last time, if you are done with the poll, please do let us know using the emojis, or even you can even put it up on the chat box. All right, great. Thank you so much, everyone. Okay, Shri, I think you can take it forward.
Okay, thanks Karthika. Thanks Veer. So hey guys, I hope my screen is visible. Um, I'm Shri. I'm a senior tech writer from the product documentation team. I've been working in LeadSquared for a little over 2 years now, and this is the first webinar I'm conducting. So if I stumble somewhere during the presentation, please go easy on me. I'll be covering two major features, the first of which is security. Under security, the first major update we'll be looking at is how you can set and configure your organization's LeadSquared password policy. So by this password policy, I'm referring to the LeadSquared login passwords your users use when they log into their LeadSquared account. So through this update, you can now set things like the LeadSquared login password length, the number of special characters permitted in these passwords, the number of uppercase characters, the number of days before which the password expires, and so on. So this feature is majorly helpful if your organization has to adhere to certain regulatory compliance requirements for information security like SOC 2, ISO, HIPAA, and so on. So to show you how to set up and configure your organization's password policy, we have a demo video. To set the password policy, navigate to the settings page, and on the settings page, navigate to the security tab. And once you're on the security tab, under login settings, scroll down and alongside set password policy for users, click configure. Once you click configure on the configure password policy pop-up, you can set various configurations that adhere to your organization's password policy requirements, like the minimum password length or the minimum number of numbers allowed in the password, the minimum number of uppercase letters allowed, the maximum sequential numbers allowed, maximum repeating characters allowed, and so on. So once you're done configuring the password policy, click save. Once you click save, this policy is applied to all the users in your account. Over here, we would recommend you use this force reset password for all users setting as well once you set the password policy. When you use the force reset password for all users setting, it'll force your all your users to reset their LeadSquared passwords when they log into their LeadSquared account the next time. So when they log into their LeadSquared account the next time, they will be prompted to create a new password, which will adhere to the policy that you'll have configured over here. So moving on, the next setting or the next update we'll be looking at is one that will now mark your attachments as private. So we are aware that a lot of you upload a lot of sensitive lead related documents such as passports, uh, PAN cards, Aadhaar cards, salary slips, and so on to your leads in your LeadSquared account. While these documents are 100% safe and secure in your LeadSquared account, there is absolutely nothing to worry about. In the past, we came across a potential security issue which we have addressed through this update. So every time you previously uploaded an attachment to the notes feature on either to leads or to activities, these attachments or these documents could be accessed through publicly accessible URLs. That is no longer the case now. So now every time you upload an attachment, to overcome that previous potential security risk, we have uh, rendered these URLs as a pre-signed URL, which means that the file location path and the storage path is no longer visible to anyone who has access to these URLs. So once these pre-signed URLs are generated, all you need to do is copy these URLs and share it with your users. What's more, once you share it with your users, they will only be able to view these attachments and these documents for 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, they will not be able to access these attachments. So to show you how this feature works, this is common to both the manage leads page and manage activities page. We will be looking at the manage leads page as an example, but it's the same on the manage activities page as well. So click on an existing lead in your account. And once you're on the lead details page, navigate to the notes tab and create a note. So add a note to the lead, type out the relevant details of the note, and then as you can see this attach file link over here, click on that and then attach the document you want to upload to the note. We are using a dummy document for the sake of this presentation. So once the note is attached, once the document is attached to the note, click add and the note is published. Then as you can see the link that is rendered over here of the document, click on that link, which will open the document in a new tab, which will open the attachment in a new tab. And over here, the URL which you can see is hiding the file location path and the storage path and all of that. None of that is visible. It's a pre-signed URL, and anyone who has access to it will not be able to see those details. And to share this with your users, all you have to do is click on the URL and click copy. Once you click copy, you can share it with all your users, but please remember again that if your users try to access this URL 30 minutes after the URL was generated, they will get this error and they will not be able to access the attachment and they will not be able to see what is being uploaded. So to all you have to do is then repeat the steps above that were listed previously to share this attachment with your users. You'll just have to again navigate to the notes page and click on the attachment that is uploaded. And once it opens in a new tab, copy the URL and share it with your users. That's it. And every time you want to share this with your users, please repeat the same steps I've just mentioned. So this feature is available by default to all users whose LeadSquared account was created after Feb 22nd, 2022. That is, if your organization signed up with LeadSquared and got your LeadSquared accounts created after Feb 22nd, 2022, this feature is available to you by default and you can use it right away. But in case your account was created before Feb 22nd, 2022, you will have to get this feature enabled on your LeadSquared account. So to do this, all you have to do is drop a mail to either support@leadsquared.com or sales@leadsquared.com, or reach out to your account manager and they will get this feature enabled for you. So the last security update we'll be looking at is how to hide the top bar menus for specific users in your account through permission templates. While some of you must be aware of what permission templates are, for those who aren't, so permission templates will let you set limits on what different users see when they log into your LeadSquared account. So permission templates will give you granular control all the way down to even field level. So you can use it to hide sensitive lead fields like bank details, social security number, passport details, PAN numbers, and so on. So I'm assuming that most of y'all are aware of this top bar on your LeadSquared homepage, where you see different top bar menus like content, marketing, reports, apps and connectors, workflow, leads, and so on. So these menus are not relevant to all the users in your account. It's relevant to the admin users, yes, but then to the other user roles, these menus are not a menu that most of them would be working on. So through this update, we wanted to simplify the interface, the look and feel of the lead of your LeadSquared account for marketing and sales users primarily. So for a marketing user or for a sales user, as this example shows, a sales user would not really be looking at the marketing menu, the content menu, the reports menu, the workflow menu, and so on. What is relevant to a sales user is primarily the leads menu. And that is all that is visible to your sales user in this example menu that we have created. And similarly, in this example view that we have created for marketing users, only the marketing menu, the workflow menu, and reports menu is visible to them. The leads menu or the apps and connectors menu is not something the marketing user would be working on. So that is not visible to them. So to set up this permission template is really simple. All you have to do is navigate to the settings screen. And once you're on the settings screen, navigate to users and permissions. And under users and permissions, click permission templates. You can either create a new permission template or edit an existing permission template like we have over here. So once you click on edit on the update or create permission template screen, alongside restrict access, all the LeadSquared menus in your account are listed. So to make a menu visible, you will have to enable the slider, and to make a menu invisible or to hide a menu, you will have to disable the slider, as you can see alongside call recording or content. And so once you enable or disable a menu, as we are showing over here, scroll down to the bottom of the page and click save. This will save the permission template. Now, as next step, to assign this permission template to relevant users, all you have to do is alongside the permission template that you have either created new or edited, click apply template. And once you click apply template, on the apply template pop-up, you can apply this template to individual users in your account, that is specific users in your account, or you can apply this template across user role levels, like the marketing user or sales manager in this example, or you can apply to existing groups in your account. So once you apply this template to the specific and relevant users, do click save. So that is it with the security related updates. We'll be moving on to automation related updates. So under automation related updates, the first major update we're going to be looking at is opportunity assignment quotas. One of LeadSquared's core automation features previously was the ability to distribute leads to your users based on different lead or user attributes like say geography, department, expertise, and so on. And you could also set quotas on the number of leads that could be distributed to your users. So this update merely extends this feature for opportunities as well. And now you can set opportunity assignment quotas for your users. So this is mainly done so that your users don't get, sales users and sales reps don't get overwhelmed with a massive number of opportunities coming their way. And instead you can streamline the number of opportunities that are being assigned to different users in your organization across daily, weekly, or monthly time intervals. This is mainly to ensure that your sales reps have enough time and bandwidth to take all these opportunities to completion, and their workload isn't overburdened with a large number of opportunities. So to set up opportunity assignment quotas is a two-pronged step. So the first step is where we'll have to create a custom user field and assign this and set rules based on this custom user field. So I'll be showing you how to do that. So navigate to the settings page, and on the settings page, go to users and permissions. And on the users and permission tabs, click user fields. On the user fields screen, you will have to create a custom user field. So for the sake of this example, we have already created a couple of custom user fields, but we will still be showing you how to create a new one. So to do that, go to create, click on create, and on create, user field, enter all the relevant details. And the one thing you should note over here is that the data type for this custom user field you're creating should be of number data type, because in this custom user field is where we are going to enter the assignment quota number. See, if I'm going to limit the number of opportunities assigned to my users to 6, then I'll have to enter the number 6 in this custom user field, and that's how the system knows that only up to 6 opportunities can be assigned to my users. And so don't forget to select the data type as number, and once you save this user field, navigate to the opportunity assignment quota tab, and on the opportunity assignment quota tab, alongside enable opportunity assignment quota, enable the slider. When you enable the slider, you will see this pop-up where you'll have to set up rules for opportunity assignment quota. So in this configuration value field, we are selecting the first custom user field that we've created, which we named as opportunity assignment daily limit. And once we set this, we'll have to give it a default value. So if the default value is 5, this means that only up to 5 opportunities will be assigned to this user once we set this automation up on a daily basis. And you can set up multiple rules. So you can add all the custom user fields that you've created and set these rules over here, enter the default value. Once you're done, you need to click save. This is the end of step 1. Now step 2 requires you to create an automation which will then pick up this quota from the previous step. So to do this, set up a trigger, and once you set up a trigger, click on the plus icon, and under sales execution, you will see distribute opportunity. Click distribute opportunity. And on the distribute opportunity pop-up, you will see this customize opportunity quota at user level. Alongside that, there is a checkbox. Please click this checkbox. When you click this checkbox, you'll get the different time intervals available, which is, right, as I mentioned earlier, daily, weekly, and monthly. So remember in the previous step, we had created different rules. So just assign the rules over here. So if you recall, the custom quota one was for daily limit, which was what we had set to 5. So we have set that over here. And similarly, you can set a rule for weekly, monthly, and once you're done, you can click save. So once you click save, don't forget to publish your automation. And once the automation fires, the system will apply the assignment quota and limit the number of opportunities each user is assigned to. So as per our example, our user will only get 5 opportunities every day and no more than that. Note that opportunity distribution works in a round robin fashion. So each user will be assigned subsequent opportunities till all of them hit their quota limit. The last automation update that I'll be covering is one that will help you create recurring tasks. So we are aware that every time a lead enters your system, in many instances, you'll have to create multiple meetings, consultations, appointments, follow-ups, and so on. And it becomes really tiresome and cumbersome to set these up. And we're fully aware of that. So to help you overcome this, we have released a new automation update, which will help you create recurring tasks and assign them to your users. So to do this is really simple. All you have to do is navigate to the automation workflow builder. And once you've set up relevant triggers like we have over here, click the plus icon, and under sales execution, you will see create task. Click create task. And on the create task pop-up, you can select the relevant task type. We have selected follow up as the task type. And once you select the task type, there is this make recurring link you can see alongside schedule. Just click on that. And once you do this, the first thing you'll have to do is select the start time and end time of the task. So we are setting a follow-up task for say 5 p.m. today. So we'll be setting the start time as 5 p.m. and the end time as 5:30 p.m. Once you're done setting the start time and end time of the task, you will have to set the recurring pattern. So you can either set this to daily or weekly. Daily will mean that every day the task will be created, a follow-up task will be created as per our example at 5 p.m. between 5 p.m. and 5:30 for every day. This is if you select daily, or you can select weekly. And if you select weekly, you can also select the intervals during which this weekly task will fire. So if you select record every 2 weeks like we have, this would mean that every alternate week a task would be created on the days of the week in which you set it up for. So you can set up multiple days of the week or a single day like the Wednesday that we have chosen in this example. So once that is done, the last thing you'll have to do is select the start date and end date of this range of recurrences. So we have selected the start date as May 30th and the end date is December 31st. And once that is done, you click save and we will save and publish the automation. Once the automation is fired, you can go to any of the task screens and you will see that the tasks have been created. The follow-up task in our example has been created as per the automation that we set up. So every Wednesday at 5 p.m. on alternate weeks, you can see a follow-up task that has been created in our account. So that's it from my end, guys. Thank you so much for joining. I'll be handing it back to Karthika, who will take you through another poll. And I hope to see you all soon in the next webinar. Take care.
Thank you, Shri. All right, so we have another poll. Let me just quickly publish that. Yes. So this is about which feature you find to be very difficult in our system. So please do submit the vote here. And also, yes, I see that there are a lot of questions coming in. We will try our best to answer all of them. If not, we will reach out to you by email. And of course, you always have the option of reaching out to your account manager. So please feel free to do that also. And yes, once you are done with answering the poll, do let me know. Like earlier, please put thumbs up or text messages on chat. Yeah. Also, Veer, I think you'll have to go on presenter mode here before we end the polls. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Is my screen visible now?
Yes, yes, it is.
Okay. And the poll slide is visible, right?
Yes. I hope everyone's done with the poll.
Yeah.
All right, great.
So yeah, I see a lot of people in the chat mentioning that the GIF quality is not clear. I mean, we apologize for that. I mean, we that is something we will look into. So when we send you the presentation via email for you to implement the features, we'll make sure that we've addressed that issue.
All right. I think everyone's done with the poll too, Veer. You can go ahead. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Karthika. Thank you, Sri. So I'm going to end this presentation with the final feature that we have, which is LeadSquared Converse, which is actually WhatsApp being enabled for LeadSquared Converse. And I've already got a couple questions on the chat that I've answered around how WhatsApp can be used and integrated with LeadSquared. So this may answer some of those questions. And then I'll talk a little bit about the road ahead. I mean, I've also received a question about how LeadSquared is planning to develop itself as a platform. So maybe the road ahead section will give you a better idea of that. Okay, so LeadSquared Converse is already generally available, and we have a fair amount of customers already using LeadSquared Converse. If you're not, then please contact your account manager or write to sales@leadsquared.com to get a direct quote. WhatsApp is now available for LeadSquared Converse. Converse is LeadSquared's multi-channel instant messaging feature, which enables you to have real-time conversations with your leads. Previously, the Converse platform supported SMS and Carter, which is our own internal notification tool. Now, LeadSquared Converse also supports WhatsApp. So with WhatsApp, with the WhatsApp Converse integration, you can leverage core WhatsApp features like instant messaging, media sharing. You can seamlessly sync all your chats to your computer so that you don't have to constantly look at switch between multiple devices. There's security available by default. WhatsApp's end-to-end encryption ensures your messages are secured, so only you and your customers can read them. And of course, you can leverage other core WhatsApp functionality like document sharing, sharing photos, videos, without the hassle of using email and other file sharing apps. Okay, now in order to set this up, we have to first install the WhatsApp Business Messaging Connector. The WhatsApp Business Messaging Connector is installed once as a business, you already have created a WhatsApp business account. We support the creation of WhatsApp business accounts through various providers like Gupshup, Kalera, and Infobip. And as a prerequisite to using WhatsApp in Converse, you have to first enable the WhatsApp business messaging connector. Now, even if you're not using WhatsApp in Converse, you have to install the WhatsApp business messaging connector to send your leads WhatsApp messages through LeadSquared itself. So whether it's from Smart Views or from the Manage Leads page or through automation, if you're sending out automated WhatsApp messages to your leads, then this connector has to be installed and configured first. And when we share this deck with you, we will be sharing documentation to help you get started with this process. And of course, you can always reach out to your account manager. And also raise a ticket if you are already installed and then you're having issues with the configuration of your account, then support will help you with that. Okay, so this is the interface. We're not going to go through it now, but this is the interface that lets you configure your WhatsApp business account with LeadSquared and enables WhatsApp functionality across the LeadSquared platform. But for the purposes of this particular demonstration, which is WhatsApp in Converse, when you create WhatsApp templates in your account, so this step comes after you've installed and configured the connector. The next step is to actually create WhatsApp templates in your account, and this is the interface through which you can create those WhatsApp templates. So it's important to create templates because WhatsApp has strict rules and guidelines that you have to follow when it comes to the type of messages that you can send your leads. So we also assist you with the offline approval process to get these templates approved. And once they are approved, then you can go ahead and add them here on LeadSquared through this interface. And of course, you can add media, you can add buttons to the templates. But for the purposes of this demo, I'm going to draw your attention to the available in Converse checkbox, which supports the new Converse functionality. So when you enable this particular WhatsApp template for Converse, then it becomes available in the Converse tool for you to send WhatsApp messages to your leads. So I'll just show you what that looks like. Yeah. So once the template is made available, you find a particular lead that you want to send a WhatsApp message to. Click on that lead, and then you'll see this icon. I mean, I hope it's visible to everyone. You'll see this little Converse icon on the lead vCard. Just go ahead and click that icon, and that will launch the Converse window for you. And the chat that you're having, the WhatsApp chat that you're having with this lead through Converse will be available through this window. You can go ahead and select the template and send that lead a message. There's also a full screen view that's available for Converse, which is pretty handy because you can see all the chats that you're having with multiple leads in one place. So an important thing to note here is that the first message that you send a lead through WhatsApp is always a templatized message. Once the lead replies to this templatized message, what we call the service window becomes active. This is a 24-hour window within which you can send non-templatized messages to your lead. So you can respond directly to a question that a lead has or just start a chat with them. And every time the lead replies to a message, the service window is reset. Okay, so that brings us to the end of this presentation as far as the new features are concerned. We're going to leave you with a little bit of a glimpse to the road ahead. Now, of course, a lot of these features that we're previewing, a lot of these large products rather that we are launching, me and Shri might not be taking you through those products. The product managers and teams themselves will organize webinars with you to take you in depth through those products and hold your hand from the adoption phase to all the way through to the actual implementation. But this is just to give you a taste of what we have coming up in LeadSquared. LeadSquared ACE was launched a couple of months ago as LeadSquared's end-to-end sales performance management offering. So it As part of this offering, we have many features that are in the pipeline. LeadSquared Goals was already launched. We've already had a series of webinars on LeadSquared Goals. LeadSquared Goals essentially helps managers set organization level and team level goals for their teams. And then it helps them actually track these goals so they can identify uh, good performers and bad performers, and then they can take the appropriate action to improve the overall performance towards those goals. So goals is already live, but we have incentive management coming up real soon. And incentive management will help you manage your incentives directly and your commissions all directly through LeadSquared itself. So the sales performance management offering is something that we are working on and developing. So many customers have raised concerns over LeadSquared's reporting functionalities, and as tech writers, we are aware of the current limitations of our reporting tool. So Sierra is our new reporting project, which is basically an acronym for sales intelligence and efficiency through reporting and analytics. So it's just a fancy way of saying that this is our new next generation reporting tool. And we've overhauled the entire reporting framework. So this tool is meant to give you a solid analytics base and also the ability to create your own customized reports on the go. It has a lot of cool features where you can even pivot tables on the go and create your own customized reports. So this is a feature that we are working hard on, and it will be available soon. And finally, we have the new Inside Sales Experience application. This is something you might not have heard of before, or maybe you have, but we've tried to keep it secret. We've basically been looking at the entire sales reps journey through LeadSquared. So we've been looking at where they spend the most time, how they use the application, what are the pain points, and what are the key problem areas that we can fix. So we've put our heads together and we're launching a new experience altogether for the sales users. And this is guaranteed to maximize the sales users' productivity and efficiency. So in addition to these new projects that are coming up, me and Shri will keep bringing you the latest enhancements. And we know you're busy, so thank you for giving us this 1 hour. We want to make sure these sessions are really worth your while. So we'll be happy to take any feedback that you have and evolve these sessions so that you can get the most out of them. The next time we have one of these sessions, we might actually send out a poll to all the webinar participants to see which features they would really like to see out of the new feature set that we release. So in conclusion, thank you for your time and thank you for being here. We're going to end with the final poll, so I'll just hand it over to Kartika.
Yes, thank you so much, Veer. Thank you, Shri. Let me just publish the final poll. Yes. So the poll question is, which features covered in this webinar will you be interested in implementing? So please do respond to the poll because this is something we really want to know. And on that note, I remember we talking about Sierra. So we do have an upcoming webinar on Sierra later this month. So I hope all of you all who have joined us today will also join that webinar. We'll talk about Sierra more in detail in that webinar. And we have other product updates, just like we suggested. We'll have webinars for all our individual products. Please do tune into those also. And yes, I saw a couple of questions in the chat box about the recording of this webinar. Yes, it will be available to you. We will send it to you over email. We will also send the presentation deck to you. So that is sorted. You can also view it on our YouTube channel, and it will also be put up on the help website in case you're wondering. Other than that, okay, I see that there are a couple more questions. We will try to get back to you about them through email. We will also let your account owner know about these questions. They will also reach back to you. Other than that, I hope everyone's done with the poll. Can I please get a thumbs up on the emoji section? All right, great. Yes, with that, I think we can conclude the webinar for today. Thank you so much, Veer and Shri, for walking us through all our product updates. And thank you to the audience for being so interactive. Thank you for all the questions. Yes, we did promise a voucher, which will be coming to you only to the topmost questions, of course. So, yes, and even on the chat, everyone was really interactive. Thank you so much again, Veer, Shri, for joining. Yeah, that is all from my side. Have a nice day, everyone.